Hey traders, Andrew Keen, CEO and president of acryptoshark.com. So I'm going to go over the Bitcoin news of the day, and we've had some really interesting stuff. So I always have so many tabs open. So a Coinbase account open here, just to kind of track it. I just put in about another 15,000 in this account. I sold some IOTA yesterday, so we'll look at a couple of charts here. We see Bitcoin here at 9,468, high of about 11,530 or 350, something like that. So it's down about 20% from the highs. I actually anticipate more selling pressure until the CME futures get listed. So this is my Coinbase account. As you can see, there's a lot of transactions here because you have to buy Bitcoin to transfer it to another account. So let me just go back to my dashboard. So you just have to buy Bitcoin and then transfer it to Bitrex to buy something else. So I'm 100% in cash right now, and I'm waiting to get some money transferred. I do have some buy levels that I really, really like here. So the first thing I go in here, this is CoinMarketCap. We've talked about it for a while. How many cryptos there are? 1,319. And we see Bitcoin dominance 56. We have sold off from the highs. Got about 305 market cap. I've been doing videos for a while here. Ethereum 412, big dominance. As you see here, the 24-hour range. And this is like how the stock market trades. You have to have opportunities. I'm a long-term believer of the crypto space, and when there are sell-offs, I want to get into them. So I have to kind of individually go through this and say, hey, what are my personal favorite names? And I'm spending a lot of time researching them and what I personally like, and I can go through this and I can say, hey, I do not like Bitcoin Cash. I would never invest. I don't care how much it sells off. I don't like Ripple. I don't like Bitcoin Gold. Okay, so I'm just taking off some of these names. I know I got in IOTA at 44 cents and added at 77. So even though it's gone from $1.50 to $1.20, that's not enough of a sell-off for me. I'd really want to see that one get lower, but it got up to $1.50, and we took profits at $1.50. And then as I go through the list, Ethereum, I kind of like it around the 280 level. So I go in here and I do a lot of technical analysis, guys. I've been using my 14 years of technical analysis from trading. I've been trading for 14 years as a full-time trader, and see what I like. EOS, I like it at $1.20, not here. NEO, I really like around 26.5. Waiting for a little bit more of a sell-off here. Monero, I don't like as much for those names. Ethereum Classic, I don't really like. I haven't done research on this one. Love QTOM, wanted a little bit lower. So let's just go on some charts here and show you what I'm looking at here, because we're always going to get sell-offs. And this is TradingView. This is Ichimoku Cloud. The one I always want to focus on is Bitcoin USD. And let me see here. When we start getting toppy is when I have people that I haven't talked to in 2 years that are saying, hey, I want to get in. That is probably when you're topping in the market. Okay, short-term top, and I do believe in Bitcoin. So we see this big tail on top. Big tails on top is possible short-term top here. A trader, if you could have shorted Bitcoin, which I don't know how to short Bitcoin, you could have shorted Bitcoin on the close of the bar, and I don't think we get through that level. I think this is going to be really hard and challenging for that level. It is technically 11,395. Okay, so keep an eye on that, guys. That is your short-term top from my point of view, 11,395. You could buy the breakout above it. I think if it breaks above it, it's going to go to 15,000 and then 20,000. But I wouldn't be looking to buy it here. We've only pulled back 20%. I think there's going to be more selling pressure. So levels to buy back: first aggressive pullback, little consolidation over the 6 bars, 8,000. Then you get to about 7,400. Then around the 6,000 level. Okay. Then the Jamie Dimon fraud is the 3,200 level. And this is 2,000. I don't think we're ever going to get to 2,000. But aggressive pullbacks, you can buy levels here. I don't actually necessarily look for buying pressure like I do in stocks. I wait for candlestick formations of buying pressure. But like if I wanted to have 5 tranches of where I would want to buy Bitcoin, these would be my tranches. And I don't really want to do five tranches. I wouldn't mind doing three tranches. So 8,000. Around the 7,200 level, and personally I would probably skip the 8,000 level. I would want to see more of a pullback. Then around 5,400 level, it's like 5,650 is the exact number on that one. The Jamie Dimon bottom got to 2,990, so you'd want to have a bid a little bit above that, which would be 3,050, and then you have about 2,100. So these are your buy levels to the downside. I think it's a no touch at 9,400. But if you look at it here, the altcoins have actually gotten hit a lot harder. So Bitcoin here, Ethereum 416. So the altcoins has gotten actually hit a lot more. So as I look at these and I say, hey, I want to start getting into some of these names. So I did some good and I did some bad. That always happens in trading. I got out of half my position at IOTA from 44 cents to $1.50. So I got a 4x on that. Then I also got out of Vertcoin. I got a half my Vertcoin at 550. From 67 cents to 550. So I've taken $4,000 and moved it up to about 14,000. So obviously I'm doing really, really well. I did buy a little Lisk here at around the 760 level. So that obviously is a loser right now. But you know, I 10x my money on Vertcoin, 4x my money on IOTA. So being down for 10% is not that bad. So, you know, I like these 3 names a lot. Actually, I like these 4 names a lot. So I just go in here and say, hey, you know, these are selling off pretty hard. The selling pressure could continue. Where would I want to get into these if they do continue to sell off? So I bring up QTOM. This competes against NEO. This is like Ethereum for China. And I'm also like always a long-time believer of the Chinese story. All the Chinese internet stocks like NetEase actually has outperformed the FANG stocks. So we see here, this is your chart. And, you know, this isn't really a trending product. So this would be a buy pullback here. So if I was looking to get long QTOM, which I am, I'm going to have a bid here at around, you know, anywhere around this level, I think is a good level, number 1. So maybe 980 in QTOM. It's currently trading 1120. So it doesn't, you know, you think from 1120 to 980 is a lot, right? It's like 15% sell off. But, you know, in stuff like this, it's really not that. And then I would want to add to a level there at 8, and then I want to add at 6. So maybe if I'm looking to get long QTOM, I would maybe buy it at 980. I do like QTOM. It's a longer term trade. And then add at 820, add at 620, and then I would just hold it to eternity. Got as high as $22. So QTOM is one of those names I like. Those are the buy levels there in QTOM. Let's just look at one more for today, and I want to look at, well, I did buy Lisk. So let's look at Lisk here. And, you know, basically the way it works is, you know, Bitcoin rides the train, right? So I look at Bitcoin and I say Bitcoin is like the S&P 500 futures. So as Bitcoin moves higher, if you're long 20 random stocks, so let's say you're long the S&P 500 futures. Let's say the S&P 500 futures are moving higher. If you're long 20 random stocks and the S&P are 17.5 points, which they're up today, 20 random stocks are going to go higher. Yeah, a couple could go lower, but they're going to, and that's how Bitcoin moves. Okay, Bitcoin moves acts as the S&P, and then it moves up and down. The altcoin names and the other names will move up with it. So as a generalization, when Bitcoin goes higher, all the altcoins are going to go up with it. It's like the S&P that runs the train. Bitcoin gets smacked, there's opportunities to get there. And, you know, I want to get into Bitcoin again. I got in at about the 3,600 level. This is one I really like. This is Lisk, and it's recently sold out for $12. I thought there'd be a level of support right around that. As we know as a trader, you know, old resistance is support. So I did start buying about Lisk at around 760. Like I said, I'm down about 10 to 12% here. And then I'm looking to add to Lisk right down here at around 440. Maybe be a little aggressive, maybe 460. And then obviously I would add around the $2 level. So, you know, my business partner, Mr. S, is really better at calling breakouts. What I specialize and focus on is pullback areas and names that I like. So, you know, I can go through this top 20 list and I can say, I like this, I don't like this. And one more I want to look at Zcash here, because I really, really do like Zcash. There's a lot of big names that are behind Zcash, and I actually like it better than Monero. So these are easy to find too. You can just go into here and you can type it into Google, and I get it on TradingView. So I don't know, and this is really weird, I don't know if this tail on the bottom is actually a real sell-off or not. It's kind of hard to see. So we saw it sell off to about 2.25. I don't know if that was real, because I actually would like to get in some Zcash around the 2.25 level, and then I look to add it like 175. I don't think it will ever get back down here again. That was May. So I like Zcash at the 275 level. And currently is trading, 225 level. Currently is trading 278. It says it sold off 225. I can't imagine it did though. So Zcash is another name I like here, guys. You know, I could sit here and go through why I like all these names. But these are my 4 names I actually like here, buying on pullbacks. Tether I don't like. BitConnect I think is a scam. We can talk about that a different day. Stratus, is okay, but they have a subscription-based model. Waves, I think, doesn't make sense at all. Monacoin is big. It's kind of hard to understand. So as I learn these, I mean, I love EOS at like 120. That is a huge spec play because that competes against Ethereum. So this is your Bitcoin and crypto news of the day for 11/30/2017. Sell-off in Bitcoin. Now it's 9,500. When I have one of my friends texting me, he's telling me he bought $10,000 IOTA at 475. I mean, this is real money, guys. Okay, if you buy $10,000 IOTA at 475 and it goes to 417, you just lost $1,700. Okay, there's going to be a lot of opportunities, I think, on the sell-off. Nothing, in theory, just goes up forever in a straight line. If you look at it, nothing goes forever. There's got to be pullbacks to attract new buyers. There's still not a lot of retail money in this, so I still think that the Bitcoin market's going to go higher, but I think we're due for another major correction before the end of the year. And we had a 20% correction in stocks. That's a major correction. In Bitcoin, 40% is really a correction. So keep an eye on that, like 7,200 level in Bitcoin. If I was saying when it was trading 10,500, if I had to choose 13,500 or 7,500, gun to my head, I think it goes lower. I've been right so far. It doesn't mean I will be right. I am long crypto names. I'm long IOTA. I'm long Vertcoin. I'm long ZRX. And I'm long Golem. So I am long, and I'm long Lisk. So I'm long 5 names right now. I currently don't have any Bitcoin. I sold that off from 3,400 to 10,500. This is Andrew Keen, CEO and president of ACryptoShark.com. I'll give you your Bitcoin and crypto news every single day, 100% free. And then my business partner Mr. S is going to kind of focus on individual names so you can understand them a lot better. Thanks, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.